Alright boys, we got the Transformers 40th anniversary special by Studio Trigger. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already, but I just want to give my general thoughts on it because there's actually just some insane stuff that I've seen from it, to be honest. Like as an earlier fan of more of like the G1 era and like Beast Wars and Cybertron, like the original Cybertron trilogy, I never thought I would see the day that I got to see like a Vector Prime and the mini-cons done in like updated modern 2D visuals. Oh my god, like just looking at it, it's insane. Oh my, I can't even, like I'm actually speechless when I see the Cybertron stuff. Because I know maybe like you guys haven't watched it, like some of you might be like younger, but like the Cybertron stuff, like that 3D stuff, I'll be the first one to say it has not aged particularly well. I'm just going to be honest, it has not aged particularly well. But seeing it in 2D, like anime, like updated visuals, like clean, crisp, like, oh my god, it makes me like, I just want it so badly. It makes me like wish and yearn for this stuff. Like, why do we not have this in like a show or movie? They need to take this, right, and just give Studio Trigger money. Just like they just need to take whatever. Like I know TF1 like is apparently going to be like mega solid. I have not watched it yet, but like Rise of the Beast, they should have just canned that entirely and just given all the money to Studio Trigger. Like this was what was being cooked in the background. Like, bro, we need to get like at least a show out of this. Do something like with this. Like, I don't care if it's like some multiverse show where they like do an episode per series or something. We need to get something out of this, bro. Like seeing all of this, like, bro, it's honestly, I'm surprised like the movie, like the Bayverse designs were translated so well into 2D. Like it looks insane. But like for me, just seeing like the Cybertron stuff, like the original Cybertron, like Armada. I know obviously Armada was 2D, but like seeing that updated is crazy. Same with like the G1 stuff. It looks like really, really good. But like seeing like, oh my, like it's just insane how good this looks. I never thought I would see the day, like, bro, it looks so good. It just makes you want to have like an anime based off this or something. I've been saying it for like years, like we need like another Armada. Like just give some like, at this point, like give like a decent like anime Japanese studio like the Transformers, like you know how good they do mechs, like with Gundam and stuff like that. Just give them the Transformer. Like every time they've been given it, they slap with it. All right, they just slap with it, and this is no different. Like Studio Trigger, I mean, obviously Studio Trigger did great work on like the Cyberpunk anime, and looking at this, it looks no better. I mean, bro, it's just crazy looking at it. I'm still speechless seeing like the mini-cons and stuff like that. They're like one of my favorites. And then you had like the little laser beak as well. I don't know if I'm going to put this on screen, but like, bro, that looks sick. It looks sick. Like, it's so weird. Even though I don't recognize a lot of, say, like the characters, because a lot of the newer series I haven't watched, but like, that's insane. It looks so good. It's just like, why do we have like, I'm not against 3D entirely, like TF1 looks cool and stuff like that, but like the shows, honestly, the 3D stuff has not looked good since like Prime, to be honest. Like maybe, I guess it's like personal aesthetic stuff, but like to me, 2D doesn't like, it's not that it doesn't age, it's just, it can look timeless for so long. Like you can go back and watch like older stuff and it's like, actually maybe like, okay, some stuff does age for sure, but like 3D in particular does age pretty poorly if it's not done like with like cell shading or other weird stuff. Even that, you guys know what I mean. But like this looks insane. I like, bro, they need to do something with this. Bro, Vector Prime, good god, bro, good lord, like that dude. Holy, I never thought I would see the day. They need to do more with his character, bro. Like that design is one of the best designs, and it was good in 3D. It was good in the toy, which I had back in the day. This 2D-esque version, bro, it looks so crispy. I can't even. And like, bro, that looks insane. Like even like the Beast Wars stuff in here. I like how they've got the Starscream Armada clip, which everyone knows, where he just sacrifices himself. I guess spoiler warning, but Dude, it looks insane. They got the Japanese stuff in there as well. They got headmasters. That looks super sick. It's like, I don't know, like, I want to say it's weird seeing like all of these continuity characters in like one little short like clip, movie mashup, whatever you want to call this. Like, honestly, it low-key fits. I would actually watch a show with all of this in it, because I don't know how Studio Trigger did it, but it just looks like cohesive. Again, that's why I said, like, even the Bayverse movie designs, like, those are hard to translate, bro, and they look insanely like well stylized. It's kind of crazy to think that they were able to do that. And it's like, oh, like, as much as I like I don't mind live action, I don't mind 3D, but 2D stuff, there's just something when watching shows that are well 2D animated that you just can't beat. There's like certain stylizations, certain like types of visual effects that just can't be imitated, at least to the perfection level of like 2D. And especially like Studio Trigger, they're really good, and you can just see it looking at this. I mean, I'm sure like everyone can agree, if we got a show or movie based on this, there would be no complaints. People would watch, people would support. Like the writing or story would have to be complete and utter like garbage for like people to hate on this, because the visual side, the animation, just like, it's top notch. Honestly, this, besides TF1 coming out this year, and if we don't get like the Cybertron games and like any new Reactivate trailer, this is definitely what we need. Like, they definitely cooked for the 40th anniversary. Honestly, the 40th anniversary this year has been like kind of ass, right? It's sucked for the majority of the year, not even capping. Like, even the Hasbro Pulse streams were bad, but like this is what they were cooking about. We got good, right? We ate for the 40th anniversary. I think we can all agree with this. This was worth the wait. Like, this looks so good. It's just, bro, if this is all if this is the glimpse of what is to come, I'm all for it. But if this is just a glimpse of what is possible, man, they need to take it this direction, bro. There's no way they can just let this pass up. Like, the fan reception to this is like universally like insane. Like, this slaps unbelievably hard, and like everyone knows it. Honestly, this, as much as people are like hyping up TF1 right now because it's just launched or whatever, this honestly, I think, like on the whole, can't be topped at this point. Like, this is insane. Again, I just hope this is like what is to come, like some form of foreshadow. I hope they haven't just done this for the 40th anniversary, and I hope there is some like, I hope they see the feedback and they realize, oh, they really, really liked this. Let's like just give, even if it's not Studio Trigger, but at this point, seeing what Studio Trigger is capable of with this in so many different art styles as well, right, from continuities, it doesn't even matter what they do or if they make their own, it's going to slap regardless. At least in my opinion. I just hope it's not wasted. I hope they see the feedback for this and they really, truly like, even if it's like another 5 years off at this point, even if they're seeing the reception now and they're like, oh, like scrambling to get to it, give them the time to cook, bro. Give them the time to cook and make something like decent out of this. Don't like rush it or like give some subpar story. Like, if they are going to invest in this, give us something that like will truly last, right? And stand the test of time, because sure shit, the visuals are, right? I like this. It looks so good. Like, I'm sure like everyone else has like their own favorite, like different piece of the continuity and seeing this and they like it as well. But if I get to see more, or like Minicons, Vector Prime, or like the Headmasters look so, it's like, oh my god, dude, some of the stuff out of here, there's so many characters, like seeing so many older series brought into like a modern light. It's like the Junkions look super sick as well, the Viacons. Oh my, it's really just like, this is what could be if like the stars aligned, like we could get this. Bro, they need to do this, bro. Oh god, if they're gonna invest all the money into the movies, right? If they're gonna like double down on that, especially if they're like, I'm sure you guys may have seen on Twitter, Lorenzo came back and he's like, he's working on a G.I. Joe collaboration. Oh my god, bro. If you're going to invest in that, Hasbro, I swear to god, you better be like investing in like a Studio Trigger like movie or like anime or something, bruh. There is no way you're giving that guy more money after Rise of the Mid-Pack to make, of all things, a G.I. Joe collaboration. All right, I know how deep the G.I. Joe collab thing like runs deep into like future media, games included. I won't leak it. Like, I'm not don't want to end up on any more of a blacklist, but I know how deep that like goes, right? So I can understand that the movie's getting done anyway. But if since you are doubling down on like that route and you're investing that amount of money, you got to give us something. You got to give us like a studio trigger, like, and like, you got to give us this at least. Like, same with like, I know TF1. I'm pretty sure TF1's going to perform pretty well. Everyone's like uber hyping it up, so I'm pretty sure that will do well. They'll get the finances from that, and we'll get TF2, TF3, right? We'll get the Age of Wrath and all that. Like, that's going to be sick, but we need this, and we need this getting cooked as well. We need this like getting stirred in the pot. We need some form of investment, some announcement or something, because that would like, I'm willing to put up with stuff like Rise of the Beasts or whatever this G.I. Joe collab live action garbage is going to be. Not hating, but like, come on, we all know nobody actually wants the G.I. Joe collab, right? No, more humans, right? Just what everyone asked for, clearly. Definitely listening to the fans at this point, right? Clearly we wanted more humans. It's not like everyone and them like is hyping up TF1 because it's TF only, right? It's Transformers characters only, no humans, right? But whatever. If they're gonna do like 50% on the, if they're going to take that left road with the humans and G.I. Joe, because they're going to do it for brand like synergy, continuity, whatever reason they're doing it, they're clearly just trying to do like the whole, and at this point it's just a matter of time until there's some MLP integration or whatever other brand IPs they have under Hasbro. It's clearly what they're doing, whatever, right? At least give us this, bro. At least this, something has to come out of this. There's no way Studio Trigger cooked this hard, right? Because this was a feat, bro. You can't, do not underestimate, bro. If you told anyone else to try and mix like a Bayverse and like every other continuity together across like however many decades it's been at this point, however many different continuities and visual styles, that's a hard feat, bro. That's not like some easy thing to do, right? It's one thing saying creating your own like visual identity, but like they had to do that while being and staying true, authentic to the original designs. That is something to say, bro. Like, especially translating like old 3D design. Like, again, I know I'm sticking on like the old Cybertron stuff. Like, bro, it looks so good just seeing all these characters, and say like the Beast Wars characters as well. It's really crazy to see. So like, I really hope they get like a green light for like funding to do like a full thing on themselves. I mean, Studio Trigger's track record, again, it doesn't have to be them, but at this point, I think they deserve it given how well they cooked this. Given what they did on this, I think they deserve it personally. I like Hasbro, bro, you can't be wasting this, man. This is literally what like Reactivate needs for a trailer. I swear to God. Like, Transformers Reactivate needs to be like, Transformers Reactivate is basically going to be like a 40th anniversary. Like, it's going to be a game that incorporates like basically like over the time, if like when the game comes out and you can have additional content, they're just going to slam dunk everything in there because it just makes sense. Why wouldn't you? Right? It's just free content, free monetization, blah blah, the rest of it. Give us a trailer like this, bruh. If this was like what Transformers Reactivate's trailer was, but like just the game version, right? Like, oh, this is like a 40th year anniversary. You get this game, you get Reactivate, and you get to play like a bunch of Transformers from across like the ages. And you pull in like Beast Wars, right? Maximus Predacons, you pull in like Headmasters, you pull in Minicons, pull in G1, you pull in like Bayverse and Prime. I know obviously the game's going to go its own direction, but at the end of the day, come on, bro, you've got to be adding that type of content. You can't be letting that slide off the table. And if this is what Studio Trigger can make out of a 40th anniversary, like, anime has been done to promote games in the past. Like, hasn't like League of Legends done that? I swear to God, and like a bunch of other games. What's to stop Reactivate doing the same thing? Better than whatever that like weird first person 3D CG trailer we got that's now pulled. All right, at this point, since it's pulled and we're just starting from scratch anyway, just get Studio Trigger to contract out like a 2D anime intro to Reactivate. It would slap. Everyone would like it, and it'd probably be more hype than whatever Reactivate trailer, like whatever impact that trailer had. Obviously now it's gone, so there's now no impact, but like this would have a much better impact in my opinion. I know like some people might be sick of like seeing like the anime aesthetic or whatever. Right, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, it would work. You don't have to do it for all of them, right? You can have your gameplay trailers or whatever, but even that integration. At the very least though, I think we need to get a show out of this. If it's any like semblance from what they did with Cyberpunk, right? Give us an anime for like the Cybertron games, bruh. Like that, do what Cyberpunk and the anime did, but for the Cybertron games, right? Because that it's an easy sell right there. Everyone liked the games, everyone liked that story, and it inlines with TF1, which tries to tell a similar events of story, right? Like that same like that same archetype of story, right? It's that like the beginning section, the best section part. I think Age of like the Great War and stuff like that. That's best time period. Just get them to do that. It makes sense synergy wise with what's currently releasing. Obviously, I know this would take a while to make, right? But still, you get my point. Like it would fit in. It would sell for sure. And it would just be great, like integrated content, and it would virtually be timeless, to be honest. Like if they put in the level of what the Cyberpunk anime was, like that, how banger that was, and they translated that from like the Cybertron games to like an anime based off that. Oh, come on, bro. Don't tell me you wouldn't watch it, right? Everyone's losing their shit over TF1 and the potential of its trilogy. You're telling me you wouldn't want an anime of the same thing done by Studio Trigger? Get up, bro. That is the easiest sell of mankind. I swear to God. Right? And then you could just have a bunch of little cameos or something. I don't know. Like, oh, dude. Seeing this and it's like the potential it has. If they waste it, it's going to be the biggest bag fumble bar the initial release trailer of Reactivate. I swear to God. Right? That was one of the biggest you know, actually, I don't know. The Unicron Rise of the Beast movie was pretty bag fumbling. Like whatever they did with Unicron in that movie is just massive bag fumble in terms of the potential it had. I know it's meant to be following up in the later movies, but at this point I don't care. I'm much more invested in whatever the TF1 trilogy is going to be, because bro, just like Lorenzo cannot handle any. Someone get him away from the IP, I swear to God. Least of all do I want to be seeing G.I. Joe getting implemented. It's just gonna, like, I don't care, bro. Maybe I can get proved wrong and it like actually slaps. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. I mean, you look at the reception of TF1 right now, and then you looked at the reception of Rise of the Beasts, which literally had like the normal fan critics saying it was basically AI generated. Come on, bro. Like, I think we all know which trilogy everyone is going to be invested in over the next like half decade plus, right? So again, I mean, I guess that's my piece. I think I had a couple of good ideas. I think the Cybertron games anime, oh, bro, man, that is a good idea, bro. So someone at Hasbro needs to pay me for that idea. I swear to God. And like, just looking at like what Studio Trigger did with Cyberpunk, if they could do something that had that fanfare, but for Transformers, we need that, bro. There has not been something like that since, I mean, ever, unless you want to class like the TF1 movie, but again, that's a movie. It's different, but like, we haven't had that in terms of a show, in my opinion. It just hasn't been, to be honest. Like, maybe some people have like fan favorites that are that equivalent, but like, nah, it's been too long, bro. We need something like this, especially with how the brand is stepping up in the games department. If all the potential is to be slated and releasing, like the leaks and all the other stuff is playing out, like if we are to getting like Cybertron games back, we're getting Reactivate in 2025, we're getting all these collabs and mods, right? If that's the case, if they could step up with like an anime like this, and the movies are now stepping up with TF1 and that trilogy, and maybe whatever Lorenzo is working on with the Rise of the Beasts trilogy and Unicron and GI Joe. Maybe that can go somewhere half decent. We're setting up for like just peak golden era media, which we have not had for like a long time, man. Like honestly, I think the last time the community was super hyped like this was like, maybe not hyped, but like engaged, was the Bayverse era. As much as people might want to shit on it or whatever, Bayverse era, like it's its own era and it was popular. Like Prime was mega popular. The original movies in Bayverse were popular. I know maybe like the last couple were to each their own, but so like with that being said, yeah, that's me. Peace.